joined by Nia Clouden, who had a career high 34 points tonight. We're going to start up. Any questions for Nia? First question goes out to Eli.
Nia, both you and Naz, you both have 30 points in this one. I mean, how was it kind of competing with her, kind of going back and forth in this one?
Yeah, it was really fun to be able to compete with her. She's a really great player. She's had some really good games. So I was happy we were that it was a competitive game, but I wish we would have came out with the win.
And then, this edition of the rivalry is kind of a lot different with no fans, the pandemic changing a lot of that. So how was it kind of competing in this one without, the typical atmosphere that you would normally have in a normal game like this?
Yeah, I think the energy was still really high. It still felt like a rivalry. The fans were the only thing missing, so they were there. That probably would have added a whole nother dimension, but it was still really competitive. It felt like a rivalry game. So I would say not that much was different.
Thanks, Nia.
Thank you.
Our next question comes from Brian Calloway.
Nia, can you just describe the way that you guys battled back in, gave yourself a chance there at the end, and just what did you feel was the difference down the stretch?
Yeah, I'm really proud of the way we've battled back. But at the end of the game, I just feel like we have to be more composed and play more composed and crunch time, like when we're down 3, like getting stops after that when we came all the way back, or still executing our offense and to take the lead. But I'm proud of the way we fought back.
Also, just how tough is it just being so close, on so many different times, just to, getting that big win, just to only come up short?
Yeah, it's really tough. I think this is the 3rd, 4th time we've had a game like this. So it's hard, especially because we know that we're a good team. All of these games we played in, we can win. And we feel like we can win, and we feel like we're one of the top teams too. So it's hard to have this keep happening over and over again, but I'm confident we'll be able to get over the hump.
Thanks, Nia.
Thank you.
Next question comes from Audrey.
Nia, going off of that a little bit then, what does get you guys over the hump or helps you to become more consistent, throughout a whole game?
Yeah, I think we just have to play smarter, knowing when to do things and when not to do things, like when to take certain shots and shot selection, and then just knowing when we need a big crucial stop. I feel like those two were the main points that especially happened in this game, and it carried over into previous games before. So I would say playing smarter and more composed.
And then, playing against Naz, before, how have you noticed her maybe step up her game this year, in terms of maybe when you faced her last year to what she was able to do on the floor this year? Coach Merchant was mentioning she looks a little leaner, like she might be in a little bit better shape, but what did you notice playing against her?
I really noticed that she does what she does, and her game hasn't really changed much, but she just does it a lot better from this year to from last year to this year, and then the year before that. She just improves her game. She knows who she is. She doesn't try to be who she's not and take threes and stuff like that. She does what she does well, posts up, good rebounds, and she scores like that. And she's really good at what she does.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, looks like that's all the questions we've got for you. Thanks, Nia. We'll let you catch the bus.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Zach.
You bet. That'll do it, everybody.
Good. Thanks, Zach.